I'm here at Embedded World 2012 in Nuremberg, and my guest now is Dave Hughes, CEO at HTC. Welcome.
Good morning.
So, what are you doing here at Embedded World? What is HTC showing?
Well, as always, it's wonderful to come to Embedded World. It's the whole embedded industry is very dynamic, and in that vein, HTC continues to be a very dynamic company. For the last months, we've been working on a complete new image and branding for the company, but much more interesting from my point of view as CEO of a technical company is we've been developing new software, particularly for the STM32F4 Cortex series of processors, all based on our advanced embedded framework for developing middleware components.
Okay, so what's a new thing about STM32?
Cortex M4 based processor from STMicro electronics. We've developed a complete set of embedded middleware for it, including complete peripheral support. Peripherals including Ethernet, USB host on the go, the NAND flash controller, the SD controller. But the Cortex M4 is interesting as a chip in that although the architecture is very standard, every manufacturer has their own implementation of peripherals. And this is where creating reusable software middleware is quite a complex business, and for that purpose HTC have built up their advanced embedded framework.
Okay, so what is it, the advanced embedded framework?
To take a sort of a rough example, C coding has gone from sort of freestyle C coding to being very standardized. There are various standards such as MISRA for formalizing the C process, but there's been no process for standardizing how you develop embedded firmware and make reusable software components work together. To be able to develop high quality components, you need to have some standardization of how these components interwork, and in an analogous way to how C has been transformed to a much more structured language by certain standards, we have had to create our own framework for developing reusable software components for embedded devices. The beauty of creating such a framework allows us to reuse software over a vast range of platforms where only the key platform-specific parts change. So from our point of view, we can move from one compiler to another compiler, from one processor to another processor, from one architecture to another architecture, swap endianness, and all the core software stays the same. Only those components that are platform-specific are changed.
Okay.
And from that point of view, and to extend that, we create a whole set of rules for managing the software such that anybody working with our software will always know how everything is configured, where API functions work, where everything is documented.
Okay.
The whole aim being to head for a much more high quality, reusable level of software.
Okay, so with the advanced embedded platform framework, you've built a strong basis, a strong platform. So what are your plans with it? Where are you going to?
Well, I mean, HTC has been developing software for 10 years, and the advanced embedded framework is really the culmination of using all our knowledge and experience in many different middleware components, of creating something that will work uniformly across a vast range of platforms. We've been adding to our portfolio of components that are integrated with it, such as our very successful launch of a TCP/IP stack that is completely MISRA compliant, a cooperative scheduler which is also completely MISRA compliant. And as time goes on, we are going to continuously add components that are of a higher level of quality and conformant to our advanced embedded framework. And in this vein, we already have some submissions to the TÜV which are under review, and we expect to mature very soon.
Okay, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome.